So I told myself I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. I told myself I wasn't going to buy into more nodes, and yet here we are with yet another node. No, this isn't sponsored, unfortunately, right? I am spending a lot of money on these nodes. I want to go ahead and talk about Aether Edge. They have a lot of good things going for them. Their public sale is coming out tomorrow. It's probably going to be really hard for you to get in there. We've given out a bunch of whitelist spots to Legion. It's just our free group. I don't really believe in charging people for any of this stuff. So if you want to join. If you don't want to join, then just go ahead. Feel free to watch this video, like, subscribe if you like it, and let's get into it. So here we go. We've got Aether, right? Aether, it's a cloud service. They have a lot of demand. GPUs are in demand these days. There's just not enough of them. They are supposed to be the NVIDIA of Web3 is kind of how they're marketing themselves. And so you could read it really quick. At Aether, they build distributed GPU-based compute infrastructure for dynamic enterprise use cases. So pretty much all those little AI things that you're using these days, they're going to need GPUs. That cloud gaming narrative that you keep hearing about, they're going to need GPUs. And Aether is making it way easier for buyers to access GPUs worldwide with the use of crypto technology. They have a lot of users. They've got a lot of stuff going on there. They've got some pretty crazy backers. You could read Animoca, all the big boys, Bybit, Gate.io. I mean, I think we can assume where we're going to get listed on when this thing launches. And so they've got the porting, testing, everything you need for cloud computing. Amazing, amazing stuff. We love that. They've also got a token, which is going to be used for facilitating payments for AI applications, cloud gaming, and virtualized compute and governance. We like governance, staking, reasons for people to go ahead and use it. Now, what's the big spiel here? Well, the big spiel here is pretty simple. The amount of tokens that Aether has is 42 billion, something like that. And at the current price, because you could do this pre-trading, there is pre-trading, this does exist in crypto, you can buy OTC for some of these tokens. And Aether launched their OTC pretty much today, and right now people are buying it at 13 cents. So at a 13-cent valuation for Aether, you're going to be kind of, this is kind of crazy here. It's $5.4 billion. That's a $5.4 billion valuation for the token that this like little contraption is supposed to go ahead and create. So let's talk about the thing, because it's the thing that's going to be selling. You missed the checker nodes. I bought a lot of checker nodes. I'm interested in the token. I'm spending a lot of money on the token as well. And now I'm going to spend money on the Aether Edge. I've spent over $30,000 on this. I don't want to hear it from anyone if I have a financial advisor here or not, on whether or not this was a good idea. But all I got to say is at a $5.4 billion fully diluted valuation, I'm looking like I'm about to eat. That's all I have to say. So let's talk about the emission structure for these things. They've got 23% of the supply that's being allocated to these, which is absolutely enormous. It's even more than the checker nodes, which I think is crazy. The rewards are very, very, very heavily skewed toward the first year, essentially, in terms of how much they're going to be distributing. So if you're buying it early, which it's going to sell out, it's pretty much guaranteed that it's going to sell out, that you're going to be getting your tokens earlier on, which we like, because the earlier we get it, the less we have to worry about the bear market coming and us getting dumped on. Amazing stuff. We all agree with that, right? So what comes with this thing, right? It's powered by Qualcomm. Great. Aether Edge, enterprise-grade edge computing device, integrated with Aether's distributed GPU cloud infrastructure to spearhead a new era of edge computing. So pretty much, it's the first mining device from Aether that's authorized. Remember the Bobcats from the Helium days? Anyone remember that? Comment below if you do, because I definitely do. I have one of those. Yeah, that's one of these things, right? Unlocking the true potential of DPIN. Right? Actually having a DPIN device. Isn't that incredible? They have low latency. They have the collaborative computing model. They're democratizing it, and that's great. And then you get income. We like income. They are pretty much allowing people this is pretty standard, honestly, in terms of hardware. It's more so like the infrastructure within it that's allowing you to run this thing in the first place with Aether, which they're an approved vendor, right? We like that. So here's the actual layers for Aether, right? They've got the application layer, which is users, the network layer, which is Aether, and then they've got the edge layer, which is what we are doing. We've got robust hardware with GPUs that enable localized processing and pretty much will expand mining capabilities to include other cryptocurrencies in the future. I like this because they have a bunch of partnerships, and they also have been very transparent about the fact that they've had an airdrop and that they're going to be giving people this. That's great. We love to see that. They also have a lot of clients and partners. We could talk about them being in the NVIDIA Inception program. That is awesome. In the Arbitrum testnet, which, you know, that's coming up. That's coming up. There's a lot of money in Arbitrum. So they're going to be tapping into that for sure. And pretty much overall, that's kind of the spiel on it. I mean, it's pretty much a device that will mine a token and will enable people to go ahead and access ultra low latency GPU infrastructure. That's like the simplest way of explaining this thing. Right now, it's going to go for $999 during the whitelist sale. There is a code. I know, crazy, right? It's code JM. You get 10% off cash back, and then the node becomes $899. If you're asking me what price point I am buying these nodes at, I'm also buying it at the same price point. So I'm not special, right? And I think for the public sale, it should be $1,099. So it should be $100 more. You get the 10% off. It's actually $999. So not a crazy price. I'm expecting it to sell out extremely quickly, considering that the checker nodes are significantly more expensive, and there's much less of a supply for these actual edge physical devices. If you can get it, right, then go ahead and grab it, pretty much is where I'm at in terms of all of this. It's going to be difficult to get, but if you got the right bot, if you've got the conviction to press the buy button enough times to try to get it, then I think you're going to be doing pretty good for yourself. I mean, it's pretty simple, right? $5 billion fully diluted valuation pre-market. Imagine what happens when it actually goes to market. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If you like the video, like and subscribe. And I'm going to keep it simple. Stay classy, and that's all.